Oh fuck. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. More films I watched last 2 weeks of July. Damn. Alright. I kinda just farted. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that. Posting that I'm live. Bop bop, bada beep, bada bop, bada boop, bada beep, bada bop. I don't know. I always do that at the beginning of streams. You know, the Godfather, James Caan. They're asking him, "What did he say?" He's like, "What did he say?" Bada beep, bada bop, bada boop. That's like stuck in my head past 5 months since I rewatched it. What's up? What's poppin', guys? Hello. So I watched 4 films the second half ish of July of this year, 2025. I'm going to review them. So let's talk about the 4 films I watched the last couple weeks of July ish. So I'm cut. I know this is the 13th of July, but whatever. 28 weeks later, In the Mood for Love. 28 years later, Corky Romano. Don't say anything. We'll talk about it. All right, let's talk about the first film we'll talk about today. Talking about 28 weeks later. Was gonna do a mini marathon. I did 28 days later, a month or two before this. That's a 4.5 to 5 star film. Incredible film. 28 weeks later, had to give it 2.5. This is directed by Juan Carlos Fresnadillo, released in the year 2007, starring Macintosh, Muggleton, Imogen Poots, Robert Carlyle, Rose Byrne, Jeremy Renner, Harold Perrineau, Idris Elba. So, guys, can't fully recommend it. I feel like this movie it sacrifices the character study, the emotional weight, character development for more violence, scares, gore, and not all that worked for me, man. I really liked the acting in the first one. I just don't really care about the characters in this particular film, man. First film was way better, in my humble opinion. And so it's a solid cast, guys. I like the actors in this, but again, I just don't really care about the characters. And Idris Elba, I think, is wasted. I think Idris Elba's wasted in this film. Like he's just like this no nonsense military guy, and if he's just there to be like, someone asks him, "Hey, I think we should do this." He's like, "No," and he just walks off camera. He's like, "Kill everyone. I don't care." That's all. That's all he's there for, man. So too bad about him. I like Idris, man. I love The Wire. Stringer Bell, baby. Um, there's also like plot contrivances, guys. Like in this film, minor spoilers or whatever. I mean, spoilers. I'm not a master reviewer. It's hard to talk about the film without spoilers, but I mean, basically, like the Robert Carlyle, the main character, like he's a janitor, so he has a key card. He's able to get into everywhere in this facility, and they they have this one chick who may or may not be infected. She's like immune or whatever, and like he uses his key card to get access to her, but she's like heavily guarded, but she's not. They let this dude waltz in there all by himself. Come on, man. Completely a plot contrivance, man. I'm like, dude, no way they would let you in there. at all. Even with armed guards, secure escorts, they would not let you in there. So, but and yeah, so 2.5 stars out of 5, guys, for 28 weeks later. Um, Again, there's some good violence, there's some okay scares, but yeah, man, that last scene too, when she's like it's like complete darkness, but it's not complete darkness. Alright, I won't spoil the end, but whatever. You guys get the point. Next film I want to talk about, guys, is In the Mood for Love, directed by Wong Kar-wai in the year 2000. This is a Hong Kong film. I love Hong Kong cinema so much. Starring my favorite actress, Maggie Tsum Mayu. She's my wifey. My favorite actress, guys. Tony Leung Chu Wai, huge Hong Kong star, guys. So you got two of the biggest Hong Kong actors starring. They're absolutely stunning. They are beautiful, and their acting is magnificent. I was able to see this on the big screen at Alamo Drafthouse, man. I was so pumped up to see it. And so I have to say, so you got excellent acting between the two leads for sure. But like this is masterfully crafted, man. Like they took I think Maggie Chung talked about it a little bit. It was notorious for being like they're making up the script and shooting as they go. And it took like so long to film. I think Maggie was flying from France to Hong Kong, or back and forth between sets. It was very stressful because they were just kind of Wong Kar Wai and his film crew were just kind of making it up as they go along, kind of thing, making the film as they go. So, but they took their sweet time. I want to say it took a couple years to make. So you can tell, guys. I mean, I guess it was worth it. It sucks putting stress on your workers, but every shot, man, is framed. It's masterfully shot. It's freaking like almost perfect. It's so beautiful looking. The lighting in every scene, guys. It's so well lit. And I also want to say, like, this is like the most erotic PG movie you can watch. Like there's no sex or kissing really, but it's like it's so romantic and just the longing between these two, man. You can really feel it, even though there's no like sensuality in it. I guess I'm trying to tell you. But what else? What else? When you watch this film, guys, it's not deep, but like you really have to pay attention. If you cannot go up to the bathroom or look at your phone, you can't do that because there's a couple of sentences that they give away a huge plot point, and if you blink for like you're distracted for like 5 or 10 seconds, you'll totally miss what's going on because it can get a little confusing. It took me my third watch to be like, oh, that's what's going on. So, but basically, they move into an apartment complex. They're both married, but they both suspect their spouses are cheating on each other. So they kind of confide in each other, right? But they start role playing like, okay, what do you think they're talking about? How do you think they met, and how were they cheating on each other? But they're never pushing it to cheat with themselves. They never like they start falling for each other, but they're like, no, we can't become like them. But like the scenes where they're role playing and they're not, that's what gets confusing. It messed me up my first two watches, but again, pay attention. Um, but 5 stars out of 5, guys. In the Mood for Love is one of Hong Kong's finest offers of Hong Kong cinema, or cinema in general. Gotta be up there with one of the best romances and dramas out there. So, and shout out to the cinematographers, Christopher Doyle, Mark Lee Ping Bing. So, yeah, 5 stars out of 5. That was the second film I wanted to talk about. Film number 3, 28 years later, saw this on the big screen, guys. Directed by Danny Boyle. He's back in the saddle. He directed the first film, 28 Days Later. This was released this year in 2025. I gave it 4 stars out of 5 for this horror movie. And, you know, it's kind of back to the what I liked about the first one. I really like the characters. I really like the acting. I care for them. And there's really cool visuals. They kind of slide in like old footage in like this grainy video footage. Oh yeah, I need to tell you the cast. Jodie Comer, Alfie Williams, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ray Fiennes. Those are the top 4 there. And there's kind of a good character reveal towards the last third of the film. It had everybody in the theater giggling and not a little stunned, I guess, just the way he looked and the way he acted. And the final scene is really funny and maybe not shocking is the word, but it really ends on a cool note. And I guess it's setting it up for another film or maybe a spin-off. And but man, some of these I like there's a lot of survival bits on the run. And I really like that, of them trying to be out there by themselves and getting chased. I think it's paced well. Just the way the movie's edited, dude, it's pretty crisp and the pacing's good. Did I say that already? Um, oh man, that their little home base, you have to run down this wall, or not a wall, but it's like a row of rocks to a big door, and then their village is behind that in the ocean. So it's really cool, their little setting. And then you got the forest, you got the great outdoors, kind of. And it looks beautiful, man. I think it looks pretty sweet. Not as good as the last film I talked about. But 28 years later, guys, 4 stars out of 5. When I give a film 3 stars or more, that's a recommendation. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up for 28 years later. Probably one of my top 10 films of 2025, I would say. All right, last film I want to talk about, y'all, is Corky Romano. Don't laugh. Don't talk shit. But this is directed by Rob Pritz, released in 2001, starring Chris Kattan, Vanessa Shaw, Foxy Lady, Peter Falk, Peter Berg, Chris Penn, Fred Ward, Richard Roundtree, and Matthew Glave. I gave it 1.5 stars, guys. You can make fun of me for watching this, but I did rate it low, so you can't talk too much shit. Cause like, look, guys, my dad or the family, we've been collecting, been buying DVDs since the late '90s, 2000s, and in my dad's garage, we have most of that collection. And he's trying to move, so I took most of that collection, donated a bunch, but kept a few. And this is one of the few I kept because I did like it when it came out. I think I must have been in middle school, high school. And was like, you know what? I need a easy comedy to watch. But nah, dude. I can't stand Chris Kattan. Like Norm Macdonald, he said some things about Chris Kattan that just turned me off. Chris Kattan's got a big ego, and he may or may not be gay, but he kind of hates himself or something. Um, so, but it's cool to see Peter Falk in it, guys. His son can't read. It's kind of a harsh joke there, but um, what I say, the number one favorite scene is Vincent Pastore. You've seen this guy in a lot of mobster movies, and I think he was Salvatore Bonpensiero on The Sopranos. I'm just gonna spoil it, like, because Corky is a veterinarian, right? And this mobster just takes over the vet, and they're like, yeah, business is through the roof, and they cut to him. He's like, hey kid, what do you want? And the kid's like, my mouse is dead. And he's like, I'll get him fixed up. He goes to the back, throws it in the trash, and just grabs a new mouse. And he's like, here you go, kid. He's like, wow, that was hilarious. That was one of the funniest moments in this film. And dude, Corky Romano has to go undercover in the FBI, and his mob family gives him the name Agent Pissant, but it's supposed to be Pisson. So every time they call him, hey, Pissant, I thought that was funny too. But that's really the only funny moments is what I just mentioned. So I mean, it's got a cool cast, man. Fred Ward, Richard Roundtree, Shaft. But man, just not Chris Kattan's just not that funny. He's like a little too high energy, like Jim Carrey or something, you know. And Vanessa Shaw, she's so fine, but she's kind of just there just for eye candy, you know. So 1.5 stars out of 5. Maybe if you're looking for some early 2000s nostalgia, guys. But there you go, guys. 4 films for the second half of July ish. One, two, three, four. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and hope you guys watch the films I recommend. Next up, guys, I'm going to talk about My Cousin Vinny, one of my favorite films of all time. The Naked Gun, this documentary about cane toads. I watched Crank for the first time, didn't like it. I'll talk about those 4 films next stream. If you guys want a preview of what I've been watching, bam. Like, dude, I've been slacking. Like, I only watched one, two, three, four, 8 films in July, man. Only 8 films. Then I started picking it up again, man. I watched a few more in August. And I'm putting in work in September, man. Check it out. Look at all them boobies. Yo! I'm so behind, dude. If you just guys just want to look at my stats real quick. I've only watched 127 films. I try and watch 200 movies a year. But my house flooded this year, and you know, between adulting and streaming video games. I'm doing book readings on the channel now, so that eats up into my time. So here's my favorite films and my last 4 there, if you guys care. But yeah, man. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna take a short 5-minute break, maybe 10 minutes. I'm gonna stream more of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 for PS5. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. And I'll load up another stream here in a few minutes. But that was tonight's movie stream, so I wish you